Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with another update for candidates sitting for the Level 1, Level 2, and even Level 3 exam, or for people who are potentially considering entering into the CFA program and have this continuous question that I hear, well, every day is a little bit of exaggeration, but very, very often, and that is, Nathan, I don't know if I have the 300 hours to put into this program. Does it really take 300 hours to do it? If you'd like to hear my take on this and to continue to receive my updates on a weekly or bi-weekly basis as I post them on social media, including my YouTube channel, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, wherever else it goes, please press on the subscribe button now and hit the notifications bell, and you will continue to be alerted when we post them. Nathan, I get this feeling that it takes like a lot of hours to study for the CFA exam. Well, let's put things to bed here, okay? And I ask you to listen to this all the way to the end. Don't cut it short. There is no silver bullet of the number of hours that you need to put in that will guarantee you a pass at Level 1, Level 2, or Level 3. The 300 hours that you hear about continuously, people talking about, is really, in my humble opinion, a marketing tool, okay? Because here's the point. If we tell you that it takes 1,000 hours to study for one of the CFA levels, 1, 2, or 3, let's face it, you're not going to do the program. People don't have 1,000 hours to put in. If I tell you that it's 100 hours, and you find out later on that you need to put in more than that, you will see that I exaggerated and underrated how much, or understated, I should say, how many hours you need to put in, that you need to put in 100. Okay. So what people sometimes do is they want to make it palatable, but also challenging at the same time. So they found that 300 hours is something that people can say, that sounds plausible. That sounds challenging. And therefore, they've come around 300 hours. Now, why do I say that that is a marketing tool or a marketing gimmick? Because what we're doing here by saying 300 hours is we're standardizing all the candidates. That anybody who's taken the CFA exam, regardless of their background, their experience, their age, how long they've been in school, out of school, if they've been in the program, if they're taking it the first time or the second time a particular level, or a third time or more, that everybody is the same. Everybody, you just put in 300 hours, bing, 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 pass. No. You could put in 300 hours and fail. You could put in 300 hours and pass. You could also put in 800 hours and fail. And you could put in 100 hours or 200 hours and pass. Okay. What's the difference here? What's really the secret to passing Level 1, Level 2, or Level 3? Not focusing on the number of hours that you're putting in. Okay. Now, I realize you want to have something to look at in terms of a number so that you could say, well, yeah, given my work schedule, I can do this or not. In reality, if something is important enough to you, whether it's 100 hours, 300 hours, 800 hours, or 1,600 hours, if something is important to you, to your career, to your advancement, to your finances, whatever, you're going to find a way to do it. That's the reality. If it's not that important to you, you're going to start asking 1,000 questions, trying to break it down to the littlest nuance. I mean, I have had candidates come to me and say, well, this is the way I figured it out. There's about 6,437 pages in the CFA curriculum materials, not including exhibits, diagrams, and all this. I have 312 days to study for this exam, and therefore that comes down to X number of pages per day, and there's so many hours in the day, and there's so many seconds in each hour, so that comes down to X amount of paragraphs that I need to read every 30 seconds. You get it, I'm a little bit exaggerating, but people are trying to break down the CFA content into like digestible pieces that really doesn't make any sense. And the reason for that is because there's going to be topics in the program that you're going to be very comfortable with, guaranteed, even if you don't have a background. And you will be able to get through them very easily, and they won't take you a long time. And then there's going to be other concepts, whether they be in fixed income or derivatives or alternative investments, that you might not have had much exposure to, that you don't have a background in, that you don't find easy. and you want to spend a little bit more time with it than the average. So there is no such thing as 300 hours for all candidates. What I would ask you to do, and I actually tell all my candidates this, is focus on the fact that this is a designation that you want to do. You're given up to 9 months to study for any particular level. Once the gates open to register, you have 9 months until the exam date. And you could study 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. But most importantly, whether you study 3 months, 5 months, 2 months, or 9 months, it's all going to be based on strategy, whether you succeed on the exam. Because everybody knows how to read. Everybody can read prep books. Everybody can read the CFA learning ecosystem. Everybody can read the actual curriculum. Everybody can watch videos. What's going to distinguish a candidate on the exam and help them to pass is to have the right guidance, the right mentoring, the right focus, the right strategy, and the right methodology of approaching the content, so that you're just not putting wheels in motion, but you're actually putting a process together and following that process or following that structure to achieve the end goal. Okay? And it's not going to be the number of pages you read per day or per hour, and it's not going to be the number of Q bank questions that you do. Obviously, there's always going to be a feeling like, oh, well, I did 10,000 questions, therefore I passed. You didn't pass because you did 10,000 questions, and if you would have done 9,000, you would have failed. You passed because you understood the content. You saw how hopefully the material gels together. You did enough practice to, time yourself so that you would be able to perform the same way on exam day. But at the end of the day, content is a major portion of being able to succeed on the exam. But then the other portion is good strategy, good focus, and having an actual plan in place. And that's where a lot of the best candidates fail. They don't have a real strategy. Oh, my strategy is to read the curriculum books. That's not a strategy. Oh, my strategy is to watch XYZ's videos and then do some sample problems. That's not a strategy. Okay. If you think that's a strategy, then that's not. Okay. A strategy is how to do it, what order, why, how to see things come together, integrated, because on exam day, that's exactly the kinds of questions you're going to be asked on the multiple choice questions at level 1, item sets at level 2, and the constructed responses and item sets at level 3. You're going to be asked to take the material that you have in the curriculum from different parts of the curriculum. They're going to mesh it together, intertwine it, whatever you want, to create a question. That is exactly the way I'm going to train you, to make sure that you not only understand the concept, but that you're not memorizing it, that you're not just memorizing formulas, but that you are understanding the concepts and applying them and taking different parts of the program together. Sure, I'm going to go over content with you, okay? But then I'm going to show you how different things are related to each other. And that's how you actually have an edge over other people who are just, reading the curriculum or watching videos. Now, that is a key point that I'm trying to say. So I don't talk hours, okay? Because I will give you a study plan and a structure that fits for your background based on our discussions, and that is doable, that's efficient and effective. But if you're going to tell me, hey, Nathan, I can only put in, half an hour a day, 3 days a week, well, let's face it, that's just probably not going to cut it, okay? But I don't think you're in that situation. And if you're telling me that you want to spend 10 hours a day studying, I'm going to tell you that's not necessary either, okay? So it's not the numbers of hours you put in that leads to the results. It's how you use those hours, how you effectively use it. This is no different than joining a gym or a fitness center and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to get trim, I'm going to get lean, I'm going to get defined, I'm going to lose weight by going to every machine. And because there's 20 machines in the gym or 40 machines in the gym, and I have X amount of hours to do my exercises, that means I got to spend X number of hours on each machine, using each of the machines, and then you see no results. It's no different. You're just spread out all over the place, and you're hoping that by throwing everything against the wall, something will stick. I don't work like that, and I'm not going to get you to work like that. You're going to work smart, efficient, and effective. If you're interested in learning more, please join me, and you'll see why you will probably For some people, put in more than 300 hours, and for other people, you'll put in less than 300 hours, but you will have an effective structure, study plan, and focus so that you know what you're doing and that you can actually cut a lot of corners that you probably wouldn't have otherwise and really focus where you need to. If you're interested, check me out at chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD. That's chalkandboard.org. We have a free lesson there at each level for you to see my teaching approach. We also have additional videos on my YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. My email and my phone number are there. You can text me, you can email me, or you can WhatsApp me and send me a text as well. Have a good day. Good luck in whether you're taking level 1, 2, or 3. And I hope you'll make Chalk and Board and myself part of your study approach. Ciao.